Hello, fellow expats. I come to you this evening to talk to you about cars here in the Dominican Republic. Why? Because today I saw that somebody that I knew passed away driving on her way to work. This is two people in like the last 8 months that I know that have died in accidents with other cars. So here's what I got to tell you when it comes to that, right? Because that's more than I've known in 20 years in the United States living in New York City. My tip on cars: do not buy these small death box shitty cars. If it's a Nissan, if it's a Honda, whatever it is, if it doesn't exist in the United States, if it doesn't exist in Europe, if it's not made to those kind of standards, if it doesn't have all the airbags, do not buy them. You can find a car that looks just like what we have in the States, like the Nissan, they'll call the Tida instead of the Sentra. That car is a death trap. Look it up, over 4,000. I don't know how many people just in Mexico alone died from those cars, right? So these small shitty cars, they're not built to US standards. They're not built the same way. They look the same. They're not built the same way. They don't have the airbags. They don't have the safety feature. They're made out of paper, basically. Like all these K5 cars and Y20 that you see there. All these people die all the time on the highways out here because they're made out of paper. They don't have any safety. Now, first of all, I don't recommend a small car in this country at all. If you don't have money, don't buy a car, don't drive, or put that down. Get some kind of financing, even though it's expensive, from the house, from the dealer. If you need to know, I think I know like 1 or 2 dealers that do that. Hit me up in the DM or whatever, and I'll help you. Do not get a small car. People here drive like savages. They don't give 2 shits about their own lives, and they give less than 1 shit about your life. You're not going to change that, so the best that you could do if you're going to drive here is protect yourself, right? So I don't recommend getting any small cars, but no matter what car you get, it should be U.S. standards. It should have all of the airbags and all the safety features that you want. I wanted to buy about 4 or 5 years ago a brand new Kia Sportage that had one in the States before. And when I went to the dealer here, they were like, "Oh yeah, it comes with 2 airbags." I was like, "What?" And if you pay like $2,000 more, they'll give you 4 airbags or something like that. I was like, "Yeah, but what about all the rest of the airbags?" "Oh no, it had like 2 metal things on the door to protect you." Yeah, so they could stab me in the fucking ribs and kill me. That's what you're telling me? It doesn't have all the safety features? My first car here was a shitty 2011 Ford Escape, but guess what? That thing had like 7 or 8 airbags. I don't remember how many airbags on the side and everywhere else like that. It's a matter of life and death, and I can't stress it. All my friends that buy cars, I'm like, only buy American versions. And if you can, do the best that you can to get a full-size car, at least mid-size, something mid-size, or like an SUV. Do not buy one of these small little death boxes. There are a lot of accidents. There are people driving at night. If you have to drive at night, they don't have lights on it, trucks. You know, the person that I know apparently going to work at 5 o'clock in the morning to the airport crashed into the back of a car that was just stopped on the fucking highway, because they do that all the time here. No one gives a shit, right? Cars stopped everywhere, mid-highway, can't stay in the lane. Get yourself a really safe car, or don't. Get a horse. I don't care. Go ride a horse or ride a donkey to wherever you have to go to. It's a matter of life and death, and I can't really stress it enough. Get a car with American standard safety features, and that's it. I drive anywhere from 1 to 2,000 miles. I live between Santo Domingo and Santiago in the 2 cities, and I went to Punta Cana all the time, and then I go sometimes to other places. So you can imagine what I've seen on the road here. I came up over a hill on an avenue, and I never saw her. That's just at the last minute when I slammed my brakes a little bit at the last minute, because she had a dark gray car at night and went right through the red light. Had I not had my car, I don't know what would have happened. You know, so I tell people here, you know, sometimes they come in and they're like, "Oh, I'll just get something small." No, get a Ford Escape or something like that. Get, get something. Get a, I don't know, a Honda Accord or something like that. You know, get something that's, Nissan Altima. It might not be the most popular car, but get something that's at least like a mid-sized car that's got some nice body on it in case you hit it, because the odds here of getting into accidents are, 1,000 times more than anywhere else. And even myself, back in April, 2 o'clock in the morning, I was going from one place to the other, and I made the mistake of going through a green light. The lady ran a red light in Hyundai Tucson, smacked right into her back wheel. Her car was destroyed. My car, even though it was $19,000 worth of damage because it's Volvo, right, and they want to replace the entire front, my car drove fine. If you see the pictures, it just looks like a regular, like I hit something or whatever. Nothing, like at 15 miles an hour, nothing crazy. But I drive a Volvo for that reason. And keep in mind, these cars, like you're seeing a Hyundai Sonata, you're seeing a Kia, I forgot what it's called, Optima, right there, those 2 cars, right? But that's not what they're called here. They're called a 5. They run on propane. They change them with propane, and not even factory propane, but they come here as propane cars. They have different names. They look like the cars that we know. But even the Kia Sportage, was it has the same name here. They sell it brand new in VMR. It does not have all the airbags and all the safety features that it has in the United States. It's not built the same. The Taira, look at that car. 2007 to 2012, 4,000 deaths in Mexico.
Voy a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata.